Welcome to MINT, Marketers in Need of Therapy. Yes, we joke that we're marketers in need of therapy, but the T stands for so much more. Training, thought leadership, time-saving tips, tools, a team, enabling us to thrive as marketers. So Tamzin, welcome to the podcast. I am delighted to have you on. Tamzin was my first ever employer at Amber Mounting. She is an absolute G. And and now you've become part of MINT, and it's so amazing to have you on. So talk me through your career.
Yes, so, it feels like it's been a long one. So I started marketing, with you when I was 16. I left school and decided that I just wanted to get straight into work. I love the creativity of it. I can't draw to save my life, and I can't play an instrument, so marketing seemed like the next best thing for the creative industry. So obviously I joined Utility People, and that was where my career sort of started. And then I joined you at Amber Mounting, which was incredible. And then I left and ventured into the world by myself and joined an events team, which was great. So much incredible insight from that. And now I am a marketing manager at a manufacturer.
Amazing. So loads of different industries. You would have done loads of Amber anyhow, but loads of different industries, loads of experience. What do you think your favourite bit about marketing is?
Just the difference on day to day. Like, I know, don't get me wrong, sometimes it can be a lot having so much to do, but you can't ever say that you're really that bored. You know, there's always something new to learn, something new to do, something new to try. I think you're always going to be moving on to the next best thing, and that's the thing. You have to follow the trends and everything that's going. So yeah, I'd say it's just always something different.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's not the same 9 till 5 day every day, is there? There really isn't. That's why I like it. Yeah. So you have become a MINT ambassador, which I'm delighted about. What has attracted you to come to MINT? Obviously, it's me. I know. Jokes.
Of course, I just wanted to be back. No, so I think when I was at Amber Mountain and I was helping the apprentices, I loved it so much. Talking through different ideas, doing different things. And then when I saw that you'd started MINT, I thought, do you know what? This gives me another opportunity to just speak to more people in the industry again and get back to sort of being involved and chatting through to people. And I mean, everybody that I've met has been amazing so far. Everyone's been really, really lovely. So I think joining MINT, especially as an ambassador, gives me the opportunity to sort of help people out with the things I've learned. I've learned a lot. I've made some mistakes. I've done some great things. And I think, being an ambassador gives me the opportunity to talk through those with people and help out wherever I can, whether it's small things or big things. I think it's great to feel like you're making a little bit of a difference at least.
Yeah, and I do think your knowledge is incredible on a lot of subjects, Tamzin. Like you love to learn, clearly, which is great because you hated school, but there's obviously another way of learning for you. But you do love to learn new things, and I think, from our perspective, you should really be a mentor in MINT, just to give you more work. You really should, but the mentorship is there for members so they can actually get that help and support. So if you are a member and you do want to reach out to Tamzin, I'm just giving you more stuff. There's not much she doesn't know, and if she doesn't know, she gets frustrated and goes and learns. So it is a really, really good. You're brilliant at learning. So how do you think you do that? Why, how do you keep up to date with everything and do your day job?
Do you know what? There's so much going on in the industry at all times that I think I just get a little bit carried away with something new. I see someone do something and I think, oh, that'll be cool. I want to give that a go. I'll just have a look into it. Just have a read, see what it's about, see whether I can do it in my current business, or see whether that gives me an idea for the future, or, whatever it is. I went to Brighton SEO a couple of years back. Which was incredible. And there was a lovely woman talking there called, I think it's Carrie Rose. And she's all about SEO. And she was talking a lot about how people use SEO for sort of social media platforms, like TikTok and stuff, to do the beginning bit of searching before they go onto Google. And it really sort of just made me think, where do you reach people before they hit Google to find you? So SEO is incredible, and I don't think SEO will ever leave, but it's like that first bit. How do you do that first bit? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it, and just finding that new part. So yeah, sometimes I just get sucked into one particular thing that someone is talking about, and that's it. I'm off. I'm gone, which is, yeah, probably the reason I love marketing so much. There's so many different ways to think about things.
Yeah. And one thing I'm getting from marketers when I'm speaking to them is that they don't have enough time. Like we've done a podcast about AI, and people don't have enough time to even learn AI. So how do you balance the workload and the learning?
I think utilizing the learning to back up the workload. So if you've got a new project that you're going in, and there's something else you're trying to learn about, tie it all in together. Utilize the opportunity. For example, if it is AI, if you've got a new project coming up, you try and take part of that project and utilize learning about AI with that part. I always try and do it with the part that I'm most comfortable about. So with AI, for example, it might be if I'm utilizing that to build background data, to have a look at ads and stuff like that. Now, I know Google Ads and I know how well my Google Ads are running, but I'll use AI to put that data in and see what it pulls back and how I can sort of manufacture that into the correct response in terms of how does that data actually translate. So I'm always learning whilst I'm doing. And I think that's probably the easiest time. But saying that, I don't always get time to do both. Sometimes you just got to pick one or the other. And also sometimes I can go home and start Googling things, I'm like, oh, this is a bit boring, isn't it? Like I'm going home, having a little Google whilst I'm sat there.
Yeah.
Just trying to learn things. I think, if you're interested in something, just take 5 minutes. That's all it is, It doesn't need to be 3 hours worth of learning or whatever. Just take 5 minutes, listen to a podcast, listen to, and watch a video on someone talking about it whilst you're sort of doing something else if you can. Or, I think there's so many different ways to learn. But,
yeah, I agree.
Find what works for you.
Yeah, I agree. The people that say they do not have time, I always say, let me see your screen time. I have picked this up for my kids. To be honest with you, let me see your screen time for today. And it's usually more than 2 hours. Yeah, and I know that as marketers we're working in it, so we're on it a bit more from work, but it's definitely more than 7 hours for some people. So I think it is about just finding that time. And podcasts, that's an easy thing in your car, on your car journey on the way to work. If you walk a dog, that's what I do. I listen to podcasts. I used to try and read, and I don't physically have time to sit down and read, but I can listen to a podcast while I'm cleaning the house or going for a dog walk. So I think it's about finding something that's going to work for you. But yeah, 5-10 minutes a day can make a massive difference. And we've got to find that time as marketers, or we're going to get left behind. So you seem pretty chill sitting here, but what do you think is the hardest part of your work in life right now?
I think understanding what I should listen to and what I shouldn't. And what I mean by that is there's so many different people saying different things are happening, and there's different trends that are going on, and this, that, and the other. And it's sort of figuring out, what do I need to listen to and understand and learn right now versus what is almost just a little bit of talk, if you will.
There's so much noise out there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think so even for SEO, with all the different versions of SEO.
You sound like a McDonald's song, don't you?
That's what I mean. Like,
oh, McDonald's,
and it's so crazy to think that there's so many different versions, but actually it's just that right now, not all of them work for me. So I don't need to listen to that, working on what exactly works for me right now. So yeah, just understanding what I can ignore and what needs my focus.
And do you get imposter syndrome? Do you get worried? Do you think, oh, I'm not good enough at this, I'm not doing this right?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, good.
All the time.
She's normal, she's human.
All the time. I think, do you know what? I used to get it probably a lot more before I sort of just started thinking, well, I mean, we always used to say the fake it till you make it, right? And it never used to make sense to me, because I'd be like, how do I fake it if I can't actually just do it? And it used to frustrate me so much that I couldn't do it. And then one day probably before you sent me to BNI, I would stand outside and I'm like, right, just I guess, pretend, we'll give it a go, whatever. And before I knew it, I was like, oh, actually, I'm not even standing here to pretend now. It's like, just, and I get it. People will sit here and go, I can't do that. I can't, but it will happen. You've got to stand outside a room and go, I am like the most impressive person here right now in my field. I'm here for a reason. I know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't have my job if I didn't know what I was talking about, and I wouldn't be able to talk to other people about my job if I didn't know what I was talking about. So I do know it. I've just got to go in there and let everyone else know that I know what I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not even faking it anymore. I can actually walk into this room of people and go, yeah, I'm the expert in it. Ask me questions. So yeah, always imposter syndrome. I still get it now, but it's how you deal with it. I think you've got to sort of sit there, give yourself a chance to feel it, and then be like, no, we're done with that now. Move on.
Love it. I love it. And that's the thing, isn't it? I think it's so important to realise that it's you that's doubting yourself. You're in that room for a reason, as you just said. And yeah, it's easier said than done. But this is why I've set up Mint. It is because I want people to realise that everyone is considering if this is the role for them right now, especially with AI coming in, as you say, all the noise out there, and not forgetting how many different people there are in your leadership team telling you what you should be doing as a marketer when they haven't had one bit of marketing training themselves. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we even had a message on the Mint chat the other day about someone who'd not had a great day. And I remember I always live by the we're not saving lives and we're not delivering babies. And everyone always looks at me a bit odd when I say that. But what I mean by that is, like, everything is fixable. Not everything has to be done by a dead on right this second. And give yourself some grace. Like, it's okay. No one's going to die if you don't get that social media post out right this second. It's okay. You have to just give yourself some grace.
Yeah. I think that's I've been saying that to my team, really. And I know I shouldn't say it to my team, but it is just a job. Like, you're healthy.
Yeah.
You've got lovely friends and family. Today's a bad day. We'll go to sleep and we'll wake up tomorrow and it's a new one. So, and that is so important, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are your go-to marketing tools right now?
Oh, that's a good one. I would probably say, and I think I spoke about this the other week, but Spark Toro. So I love this one. It gives you basically, the one thing I'll do before I start any job, whether I'm asked to or not, is customer persona. I am their biggest fan. I think it's so important to understand exactly who your customer is, their segment, what they look like, how they work, how they function and everything. And Spark Toro does give you the option to do that. So you can sort of describe the person you're looking for. And it will help you build out their characteristics. So the way that they speak, the words that they use, what platforms they're on, different things they're interested in. And for me, that creates an actual person that I can look at and go, I know exactly how I would speak to you. That's what I need to focus my content around, or that's what I need to build on. So yeah, Spark Toro by far is up there for me at the moment.
Yeah, okay, amazing. Write it down, guys, write it down. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It is going back to the customer. We are so focused sometimes on getting the work done and just getting stuff done. We're forgetting the customer. That's who we're trying to target. And I think with social media moving so fast, and I was like saying the other day, some people are scrolling 22 football pictures. Like, if you're just throwing stuff out into that football pitch, it's not gonna be stopped on. You have to make sure that you're really focusing that customer in mind so they stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we always used to say it with SEO, didn't you? But the second page of Google was the best place to hide a body. I think that's not far off. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram and stuff, is if your post isn't standing out at all, it is just completely forgotten. And I think it's really important. Again, I've always been the same, but look at the data. There is no point just throwing stuff out there and hoping for the best. You have to look at the data of what worked, whether it's the time, the day, what sort of content it was, or anything like that. What was it different that you did that time to this time that's made that change? I think that's really, really key.
Yeah. And on the flip side, what is your what's giving you what's putting you in therapy right now with marketing? Is there any buzzwords, trends, what that's standing out that you're like, nope?
sometimes the bigger brands jumping on a trend far too quickly and not thinking about the backlash that may come from it. You know, I always think about the whole, was it Coldplay concert where the couple were doing something they shouldn't have maybe been doing, and so many companies jumped on that immediately, but it almost backfired because you had this sort of split of some people finding it funny and others thinking, oh, I don't really know if it's your place to take the mick at that. I think jumping on trends is great, but you've got to be so good at it. Like, you know, Audi and
I love Audi.
Ryanair
Yeah.
are killing it on that aspect. But sometimes now when you go onto TikTok and you open up like the comments and you'll see a brand comment and you think, oh, maybe I wouldn't have let that slide, you know, or I wouldn't have commented that. And there's so often there's different brands in. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I would maybe hold off on sometimes, is just give yourself a second, just run it past someone else, just, you know, and get someone else's opinion on it. Not everything, you don't have to jump on every single trend that is happening. It might not be right for you.
Yeah.
You
No
know.
one thought about that poor wife in that Coldplay concert, did they?
No. No.
They really didn't.
No.
Yeah, and I do agree. Ryanair, they're killing it. Like, they're just so funny. In fact, the guys behind the cameras today, they would be brilliant at that job if you ask me. But how fun would that job be? Just
Oh,
be
gosh,
sitting there
yeah.
like, how can we crack a joke about this? How can we make
Yeah.
this funny? How can we make this about us? I just think they're great.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. What a job.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, have you got any advice for people that are dealing with maybe 1, 2, 3 managers that kind of have high expectations of them?
Yeah. Yeah, so I live by a rule with the team, I guess, as well, called that's sort of, if everything is urgent, nothing is urgent. You know, I try and be as transparent as I can about what projects we're working on, what we've got going on, and sort of where we're at. And I'll ask a deadline for everything, because I'm sure a lot of people can relate, but there's nothing more frustrating than hearing that something's so urgent and needs to be done now. You send it over and you don't hear anything for 3 weeks. And you think, well, it wasn't that urgent, then was it?
No.
So we try and live by the rule of, if everything's urgent, nothing is urgent. What is your absolute deadline on it? And just set the boundaries. Set the boundaries straight away. You know, if you want me to put my all into this, I need extra time. You know, give an estimate. If, you know, it's going to take me 2 weeks to get this back to you. And then when they start, you know, because you're bound to get the whole, well, but I need it now. But that means I have to drop something else. So why don't we have a look at what I've got going on? And these are the other things you're asking me to do. Which one would you like me to drop? What would you like me to prioritise? Have that discussion with people. Be very open, because once you set the boundary, they won't expect it. And that's, yeah, I always try and, you know, because it's very easy for a lot of people to, everyone's focused on their own stuff, right? A lot of people don't mean it. They don't mean to come up to you and be like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this. It's just that they're probably getting that same thing. So once you start setting the boundary, they'll almost sit there and go, okay, I might not need this right now, that can wait. Or yes, 2 weeks is fine, or whatever it is. So yeah, set the boundary straight away and be clear, be transparent, be obvious about what else it is that you've got going on. Don't keep it to yourself. Shout about it. I've got 7 different projects going on right now. You know, I'm trying to do this for so-and-so, or I can't, I've got this for so-and-so. You know, especially if it's managers, because sometimes then they'll discuss that between themselves and say, look, I need, you know, so-and-so working on this project for me, but she's currently working on this. Let them have that conversation. But also, if you're a marketing manager, you are a manager. You have the ability to say, no, I don't have the capacity for that right now. We are at full capacity. I am at full capacity. I cannot give this my all because I have too much going on. Speak up for yourself. I think that's the key. That's the key one, is just, yeah, be clear.
That's the scary one for most people, isn't it? Saying no. We all say yes. I say yes way too much. Yeah, because you want to get involved because it sounds exciting, but you're like, wow.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm still learning the same thing. I say this all like I'm great at it, but this is just what I'm also learning for myself. I'm still trying to say no to things, you know. And I find it easier to push back on a deadline than say no. So I find it easier to say, I can't get this done right now, but can I get it to you in a week, or can I get it to you by the end of the week, or something like that, then say no. Because sometimes people will go, oh, I really needed it today, but if you haven't got time, don't worry, I'll, and then they find another way to do it. So I think sometimes, I find it easier to say I haven't got time right now than I do to say I don't have the capacity to do that at all.
And do you think saying no has got better as you've got older, got easier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there was nothing you could have asked me, like, in work that I would have said no to. I'd have always been like, yeah, of course, yeah, I can do that, yeah. And now I sit there and I think, gosh, it was so easy for people to go, oh, well, that's marketing. I think that's the big thing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is everyone can relate everything back to marketing. Oh, that's marketing because it's got the logo on it. No, it's not though. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to a customer, so that means marketing. Oh, it's going here, marketing. It's not. Find your boundaries. What is your job and what isn't your job? Because not everything can be.
And I always say to people as well, don't be afraid to ask for outsource stuff. Like, you've got a marketing budget, just say, do you know what? I'm not very good at social media. I'm not very good at SEO. I'm going to find an expert that is, make my life easier. Then I can take on that challenge. And if you can explain that to your manager, I think that's a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
So one of the questions with the MINT side of it, we're coming up against a lot. A lot of marketing managers want to join, but they're a bit afraid to kind of ask their managers for £49 a month, to actually join. What would you say to them to try and convince that manager?
I wouldn't hit them with the risk versus reward. So the risk is that currently I'm at capacity and I'm struggling. Or whatever your risk is that they find like sort of most important, and the reward is for £49 a month, I'm in a better place. I've got support. There's people I can call on. It's essentially like having a whole team of marketers without paying for a whole team of marketers. Everyone is there to help. Everyone can help you answer questions. There's experts. There's some people who've just been in the same situation, so you are essentially getting a whole marketing team without paying for it. That would be my go-to, is that, it helps me out and it helps you out. And just, don't just sort of, I really want to do this. Give them the facts, give them the reasons, give them the whys, give them the what's happened, give them a whole report if you need to. But I think, just be transparent about why it is that you want to do it. It's not just a cost to the business. It's a risk versus reward.
Yeah, the cost of recruiting someone else because they're leaving. And also, I was thinking of the mentorship side of it. Like, somebody said to me the other day, like, when you pay for coaching, it's like £150 a month. Like, we're giving you a free mentor in that. You can pick your own mentor.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, how much? Remember I had the mentor, I cannot remember his name, in utility people, but he came in and mentored us on ads and the back end of understand, and that for me, that cost her thousands.
Yeah.
But that for me was a game changer to both our lives.
Yeah.
And it's just about pulling those people in to get you better at what you're doing, and not feeling bad for not knowing everything. No one can be an expert in everything right now. No way.
And the thing is as well, is sometimes you just need a little rant. I mean, if anyone, like the people that know Emma and I will know for sure that we love a rant. We live for a rant. We rant about anything. Give us a topic. But sometimes I think you just need to be able to do that, right? Like, you just need people around you that you can rant to. And sometimes it's easier if the people understand the buzzwords that you're going to use, If you're ranting about SEO, I know that your mum might not get it, but we will. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? You won't get you'll get the, oh my, I'm with you. Do you know? So I think that's
sister.
That's like the thing, is that it's just, it gives you more of a team around you that get it, that understand what you're going through.
Love it. So final question, Tamzin.
Yes.
If you are a lone marketer listening right now, 100 things on your to-do list, juggling loads of balls, spinning loads of plates, what one piece of advice would you give them?
Everything is fixable, everything is achievable, and join MINT to just have people behind you that know what you're going through and get it. But nothing is world ending. As much as other people may make you feel like it isn't. You'll still wake up tomorrow, you'll still be good tomorrow, you'll still have great family, great friends, you still have a great job. Just because it's not going your way today doesn't mean it won't go your way tomorrow.
Absolutely amazing. I'm so excited about building MINT with you. Thank you for joining me on the podcast and in MINT. And yeah, thank you so much, Tamzin. You've been amazing.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.